Hello, and thanks for tuning in to Al's Air Guns. Hey, this is the final episode with regards to the Crosman 2240 that I purchased from Amazon some time ago. When this pistol arrived, it was defective from the factory, and after taking it apart and going through what's really the standard diagnostics procedure for one of these, we learned, well, up front, we saw that it was leaking CO2 very quickly. And we were able to do a few things to improve it, but not to eliminate it. And what we determined was it was, in fact, leaking through the barrel, through the transfer port, which indicated that the valve was not sealing tight. And ultimately, that made it look like the poppet was not sealing properly. So there are ways you can go ahead and modify that particular component and perhaps get it to seal better. But since the pistol was under warranty, I went ahead, called Crosman. Actually, part of why I had been disappointed is, I'm not always real good about following up on all this stuff. And I actually waited, I think, till I was a few days beyond when I was supposed to call them. And they went ahead, though, and sent me out a replacement part, no charge. And we'll go ahead and, here, let me grab a pocket knife or something. Okay, I keep calling it a poppet, but Crossman calls it something different. I'll go ahead and put that in the description here at the bottom of the screen, but let's go ahead and open that up. For whatever reason, the CO2 valve and most of the valve components, when you call them up by part number, they all act as though you're dealing with a 2250, which 2250 is not currently in production. It was their carbine version of the 2240. So anyway, it always seems weird. They're not giving you the wrong part. They just all follow that nomenclature. Okay, I think that discoloration is just from heat treating. This is the area where it actually seals, and it seals against the surface in the brass, the bottom portion of the brass valve body. And it has a lip that comes up and seals around this, and the spring goes over here to keep that closed. Of course, this is our piercing pin that will protrude when the hammer strikes and breaks the seal on the CO2 cartridge. But all we need to do now is go back into that pistol and open the valve up, replace the old part with this, and put her back together, and we should be good to go. So there is a complete disassembly video in the other part of this series, and I have other ones on the channel here. So I won't bore you with that. If anything, I'll do some freeze frame or something. But let's go ahead and get this thing apart and put this component in. Okay, I'd already checked to see that the pistol was empty. You can tell when we pull this back, it's cocked, nothing in the breech. Go ahead and put that forward, release the safety, boom, no gas in there either. Go ahead and get rid of that cartridge real quickly. Very cool. And I will also hit the garbage. Let me get a little parts bin. Have to edit those out. Those didn't sound manly at all. I got a couple of things for parts right here. And let's go ahead and get inside this. Okay, I need... it looks like that will do. Whoops, we don't need to go in there, do we? Edit that part. All right. So we need to get our valve out, which means we need to take the top half of this pistol off. And I just realized I have my good Allen keys in my toolkit at the other place. So let me look for another set of Allen keys. Uno momento, por favor. Okay, after locating a 5/64, excuse me, we have the proper one to loosen the barrel band. Okay. Actually do it this way. Okay. And a bit more. Let me go ahead and do a time lapse on this. Okay. Well, no matter how long you've been doing it, uh, the fun part always comes when we put it back together. And I am struggling to find some Pelgon oil, which I would very much like to be hitting it with right now. I do have some oil right here that will work. Yes, very nice. Just happens to be in that applicator. Go ahead and pop that in there. This, of course, is the gun that was leaking gas out of the box. And after talking to Crosman, we ended up just having them ship us a new piece to replace this, which we believe to have been defective here at the bottom seal. Okay, so now we get to find out how well we did putting it back together and whether or not the new part solves our problem. All righty. Well, we pierced the cartridge just fine. Hello, this is Al from the future. Hey, it is many hours later, and I've been shooting this pistol. It continues to perform very, very well, not leaking gas at all. The problem is 100% fixed, and I'd like to thank all of you that stuck with me. And, this restored my faith in Crossman and also just reminds me how much I like this pistol and this family of air guns due to the easy repair and modification of all of the uh, guns in this series. So, anyway, thanks a lot for sticking with me. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care.